Hi, welcome to this new interview from Midwich UC. I'm Sophia Boer, marketing manager for the UC division at Midwich Group, of course, and here we are with.
David Fisher from Zoom. I look after distribution across Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
Nice to have you, David, with us. And of course, it was supposed to be IC.
Yeah.
We did our best to meet at the trade show, but we know it is like it is, and IC is really a kind of a rush. Everything's a rush. So, but by the way, it was so important to have this conversation with you as well because Zoom is one of our key partners. So let's move forward, and thank you for finding time even after the trade show. I know our viewer on YouTube and our social media will appreciate it to have also the Zoom point of view about the UC industry and how it's changing. So let's start. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you.
Good. So, of course, first topic is the main topic of the year. So, how AI is going to change the unified industry in the next 12 to 24 months, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's predominantly led by productivity, but really making for us, Sophia, is really about making AI real. So there's been a lot of discussion about how AI is going to change everything and how humans behave and conduct themselves. But I think what we're trying to do at Zoom is one, make AI just the standard part of the platform, but really provide real use cases for how it can be leveraged as part of day-to-day activities. Yeah, whether that's planning for a meeting, whether that's taking the summary from a meeting, taking actions, assigning tasks, really trying to take AI through the life cycle of a day-to-day experience. Even if someone's in a meeting and isn't on video, they can record that meeting using their phone, taking the transcript and the recording from their phone, and then using that as a follow-up. So we're trying to find day-to-day use cases that make it
Mhm.
real and make it simple to consume.
So, you little bit anticipate the next question that is about hybrid meeting, because, of course, we are now everyone is now used for having hybrid meeting experience, but how Zoom is going to deliver consistent high quality meeting.
So I think we do that through trying to make it high quality in terms of the experience, whether you're on high bandwidth or low bandwidth. Trying to make it easy for someone to join via phone or through video. But even in the video experience, how you can leverage the meeting experience, whether it be pinning individuals that are presenting, pinning the room so you get a better view of the room, sharing screens, but even sharing multiple screens so that it makes it easier to collaborate, brainstorm. And then really it's about, again, for a hybrid, if someone's only joining part of the meeting or missing some of the meeting,
Mhm.
how AI can be leveraged to allow that individual to either listen to the recording, ask AI to summarize the meeting, and ask what they've missed or what actions they've taken from that. So there are multiple ways that we're trying to make that experience as hybrid, but also as seamless as possible.
That's very useful, really. And coming back to Zoom itself, because at IUC we met so many big players in the UC industry. What makes you different from the others?
From a technology perspective, or from a channel point of view, or both?
I mean, as your unique value proposition, I think, in one way, coming back to the university lectures, you know.
So I think really where we've taken the platform, Sophia, is trying to do it, have a capability across different areas. So if you look at the industry, um, unified communications and customer experience are actually becoming more and more closely aligned. So
Mhm.
the value from a Zoom platform is really we're trying to drive a single platform that can allow the customer to connect those two worlds and drive either a focus on unified communications, a focus on CX. But if they want to bring those two worlds together, they can do
Okay.
that through a single platform. And then really the AI piece is kind of gluing that whole experience together so that we can lead with AI in a customer experience environment with our virtual agent. So we can understand what the customer need before we get to an actual human agent, or what we just discussed in terms of how we drive productivity in a kind of UCaaS environment. But those, like I say, those two worlds are bringing together, and Zoom now, given our development, allows us to play across both of those. The value then to the customer and to the partner is that allows you to drive a single platform conversation, but it also allows you to have a productivity drive with the customer, but also a vendor consolidation conversation. So how can Zoom save you money by reducing the number of vendors you need to consume,
Mm-hmm.
how many you have to manage from an IT perspective, and then the cost saving associated to that. So it becomes a productivity conversation and a cost and vendor consolidation conversation as well. Does that make
Great.
sense?
No, totally. I mean, and of course, you gave a very great answer. Maybe the next question is going to take you. It could be more time or less time to give us your insight. But what is, in your opinion, Zoom opinion, one way, is the next big thing in the UC industry?
I guess we've talked a little bit about AI, but I think we're really trying to continually evolve the experience and understand how people are consuming um, not just the technology, but how it's being utilized in a day-to-day environment. I think some of the stuff that we're really trying to develop is more vertical-based use cases,
Mm-hmm.
Sophia. So even around kind of AI, we've got a kind of free model around utilizing AI across the platform, but we're developing kind of vertical-based AI models that then means that, for example, the language used in healthcare is a classic example, right? The language used in healthcare is very, very specific to a healthcare vertical. We can then actually train our AI model based on that language used in the healthcare environment and provide a specific vertical based experience in terms of the platform, but also an AI model that's layered over the top that means it's specific to that vertical and that experience for the individual. So I think that's how we're going to take things forward. It's not just a single platform that's standard. We're able to build uniqueness in terms of how we can verticalize that experience down at the specific industry level.
Great. So we could also start to talk about AE first workplace environment, like the starting point and the end point in one way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Good. So anything else you would love to share with our audience?
I guess maybe just from a selfishly, Sophia, from a channel point of view, a lot of
Yeah.
people have kind of said, you know, Zoom great from a technology point of view, but where are you from a channel? Because historically we've been a direct led organization in terms of
Mm-hmm.
selling directly to end users. There's been a huge amount of progress made over the last kind of 18 months. We talked a lot about being channel led. Now we're focused really on how do we execute that in terms of educating our teams, having the right tools and benefits for our partners. And we've kind of hit some key milestones in terms of, I think at the end of our Q4, which was end of January, we'll have hit 50% of our business being delivered through
Wow.
the channel for the first time. So when I joined 3 years ago, it was 15%. It's now 50%, and our objective is to take that to more like 80 or 90% in the next 2 years. So as much as we've made great evolution in terms of technology, we've also dragged our kind of channel go to market and transformed how we engage and deliver through the channel at the same time.
It's a very interesting path and also very ambitious one. But I mean, as you share your figures, I mean, you are really moving faster in the right direction.
Zoom's all about moving fast, or at least it
You're
feels
right.
that way. But I think also some of the areas we're moving into around, customer experience. We've done the same in telephony, and even in employee experience with our WorkVivo solution. Those solutions are generally channel-led solutions. The customer wants someone with experience, capability, and knowledge to help them understand what that technology delivers and the value it brings to them as a customer. So we knew we needed channel to deliver that, and that's what we've been working through in terms of how to build out a channel to support.
Great. So I think it would be useful for everyone if you could share the website where people can get more information about what we have talked about together.
So first and foremost, from a technology point of view, zoom.us, so www.zoom.us, which is probably the place to start. There's a whole insight around what the platform delivers, some videos and insights and case studies around what we've delivered into the market. And then there's an element under the partners element of that website that talks about how you can partner with Zoom. But then until you partner, you may not see all the insights in terms of what that partnership looks like. But you can also engage with our distributors to be able to get that insight at the
That's
same time.
where it's our turn here. So of course, everyone can reach the Midwich company of your own country when you are listening. So we are almost everywhere. So just reach to your local Midwich company. And then, of course, you can find all the information also in our local website, the group's website, midwichgroup.com, and of course, our social media. And David, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Next IEC, we will plan better our agendas to meet there.
Sure.
And thank you and enjoy your day.
Perfect. Thank you.